Out to my nigga Mike Jones, man. I only know 2 phone numbers by heart, my mom and Mike Jones. So that shows you like the imprint he left on my life.
I know my mom number. I know Mike Jones' number. I don't even know my dad's number. I know my ex-girlfriend number, but she changed it.
No, I don't know my dad's number either. But
it's not important. Father's numbers are the most pointless thing on earth. Whose dad is there? Emergency contact.
Because if you call your dad for help, he just gonna call your mom.
Yeah, he can be like, why you ain't call your mom? Was your mom at work or something? Or is her phone off?
Oh man, what's up, y'all? I'd like to thank y'all for. Damn, how do I start this? Shit, I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the We Want More podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Moore.
Thank you, everybody. I am Asante Morris.
And I'm Maxwell.
And Pepsi, he out getting walked right now. We on episode 33. Please be sure to subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to, whether that be on Apple, Spotify, if you're watching this on YouTube. And also, please give us 5 stars. Help us out with them ratings. What's up with y'all?
How am I doing? I got a fucking headache right now. I'm cool otherwise.
You got a headache? The baby didn't get a nap today?
That's like a joke where like my life is so easy. Oh, your life is so easy. All you do is work with no family and no dog, no kids. Oh, Asante, you're just the coolest guy ever. No. Just have sex all day and smoke weed and skateboard. Well, guess what? That is hard to do and maintain. Actually, that shit is hard as fuck. My like shit is like every once in a while, like my my reality comes crashing down, and I put it back together because I just do too many things in a day.
Yeah.
I just like put too much. Like I still try to do stand up constantly, and I'll like go to the gym and I'll like skate.
And you still trying to give out good sex?
Yeah, and I'm like I'll like do a million things, and I'm like,
nah, she getting whatever dick I pull out. But what's up with me?
You're right. I need to stop trying to satisfy people.
No, I
say people because shout out to non-binaries with vaginas. We appreciate your contributions to society.
Yeah.
My boy's telling me about that because one of his partners is, of that non-binary, or I don't know what the fuck they call it specifically.
Yeah.
But he was like, yeah, I was out with my partner. I was like, oh, you gay now? That's what's up. I didn't even know. They have titties, so it's not gay.
No, but I just got back.
Yeah. How are you doing? That's my bad, man. How you guys doing?
I'm good. I just got back this weekend. I had a college show. I had a college out it was in Illinois, but where it was at in Illinois, I had to fly into St. Louis, and it was like a real small town called Elsa, Illinois.
So there's probably no non-binaries there.
No, that shit was crazy. I had to take this scary ass back road to get to the school. And actually the school was like it was amazing though. It was amazing. And it was a really small college. They only got 350 students on campus. This school is
350 students? Right.
I'm like, this shit is basically like a small high school.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like that's how many people went to my fucking high school, I think.
But the show, I was a little worried at first because I had to be completely clean because it's a faith-based school. So I had to keep it G-rated, even as far as they said they even warned me before to not even mention any like alcohol, tobacco use. It was a lot of things. It was a staff member in there that had their 2-year-old baby in there, but the
baby can't fucking understand curse words.
But so I was worried, but man, when I say they were an amazing crowd, that show was I would love to go back. The name of the school was, hope I'm not messing this up, Principia. Yeah, Principia College, man. They was great. And I also, speaking of colleges, I actually just booked another college. April 11th, I'm gonna be in North Carolina. April 11th, I'm being in North Carolina performing at Elon University. And I performed there earlier in the school year, and I wasn't too sure if they even liked me. I'm gonna keep it all the way real. I wasn't sure if they liked me, but they just because at the time it was a lot going on. I performed there during their opening week. Their opening week where freshmen were moving in.
Oh, that was probably exciting for them then. Like you talking about like Christian kids going to college.
Mm-hmm.
a comedy show for them is probably like, whoa, this is the world, you know?
Yeah, but they really enjoyed it and they asked me to come back. So I'm going to be out there April 11th, man. So definitely looking forward to that. And also, man, I just like colleges because, you know, a lot of older comedians, well, I'm not even going to say older comedians, just comedians in general, they complain about performing at colleges because of how the perception of the new generation, saying that you can't joke about what you want with them. They're sensitive, but always look at it like we were in college too. We remember when we wanted to laugh at goofy, silly shit.
Yeah, I honestly do appreciate those type of people because then you could be like a little childish, you know?
Yeah, and whatever people don't like that. Well, comedians, they might not want to perform with their generation because they feel like their attention span is shorter, which I guess is some truth to that because they're watching comedy on social media and they're watching comedy on social media. But the thing is, when you go perform at a college, you get the chance to be first time at seeing comedy. So I get to show them what my perception of what comedy actually is. So that's another reason I enjoy it also.
Yeah, I think no matter when you see comedy, even if you've never really seen it, you know if it's going to have a lasting impression on you, like if it's good comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Like shit where you like, I like the way this person thinks. I wonder what they would think about all other types of things. Like kids, they see like bullshit and they'll probably be like, I had fun and just never thinking about it again. But like if you can make a lasting impression on anybody, you will. That's the way I feel about it, I guess.
Yeah. What's up with you, Max?
Same shit, different day though.
Yeah. All right. Man of many words.
Nah, man, I'm honestly just trying to get all this prep in, and there's a lot of information coming in at once, man.
No, it's all good. Let me see. Do you want to get into topics or should we do questions first? Somebody hit me with like a real dope ass question.
Hit it.
Somebody had wait, you said you wanted to do the question first?
Yeah, let's answer a question. Especially if it's something where we could guide this person in the right direction in life.
No, this was actually dope. So somebody asked me about the importance of divine timing. And they basically said like not just chasing ideas of success that works for others. And you know, she decided to go a little bit more in depth on this. Yes,
that's pretty deep. I thought it was gonna be like, should a man pay for a date?
No, but that's one thing I appreciate too. That when people are sending questions in, they're not just asking for the usual relationship stuff.
Yeah, I think did we cover this last episode? If you take advice about relationships from podcasts, they're going to all fail.
So she said she was talking to a friend last night about how when we see our friends and people online doing things that work well for them, it sometimes encourages us to do it, or we get motivated and try to emulate their success through their actions, but it doesn't usually work out for us because we're chasing things that are outside of our ministry.
Oh, is this a Christian?
No. Like just
what is ministry?
Ministry, like just like kind of
it's outside of your wheelhouse.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I have a predisposition towards Christians. They're unimportant. Unimportant. I was raised in church. I'm not happy about it. But that is a great question. Sorry to detract from it, but with my simpleness, that is a great question. What do you guys think?
No, I like that a lot because, I mean, I feel like we do have to follow our own path. And for me personally, I believe in timing. I believe in everything works itself out. That's one thing, not just I learned in life, but like in comedy, for example. I think I told y'all this story. So when I first moved to New York in 2015, I remember I had auditioned for like a few MTV shows. I auditioned for Wildin' Out. I auditioned for this other MTV show called Joking Off. And I didn't get both of them. Had good auditions, but I didn't get them, right? So I was like, you know what? Let me just lock in and just like focus on the stand-up because that's what I could control. So then I got hit up by Comedy Central to do the show with Kevin Hart. And when they hit me to do that, the producer asked me, was I on TV before? And I said no, which I thought that was going to hurt my chances. Because I'm figuring like they want somebody with like some credits behind their name and something make it a little bit easier for them to push. But then they were like, that's perfect. They said, we're actually looking for comedians that never been on TV at all. Like they were looking for people like the kind of spotlight. So if I had been on TV, I wouldn't have been able to do that Kevin Hart show where I got to do actual stand up. I wouldn't have that relationship I have now. Like everything worked itself out in the long run. And then also like chasing other people's success, it kind of will make you unhappy. Cause I went through that with comedy also, where like, you know, I'm focused on stand up, but you know, I got people in my ear telling me to do skits. And yeah, some they were good. Some of them were cool, but it's just like I truly wasn't into it. And I felt that.
Yeah, I feel that. I think I got 2 points that coincide with yours. One is everybody has to make what we can with what we're given. Everybody's given something different. You could, and we have siblings, so we know you could be raised by the same people in the same household and turn out entirely different from somebody just because shit's different. You can only do what you have. You can't try to do shit with what other people have because you're leaving your own shit on the table. You know what I'm saying? So if you over here trying to like, I get on MTV and you're not focused on stand up, niggas hit you up for some stand up shit. Now you can't do it because you're not in that fucking zone. When in reality, that might have been what you were supposed to be doing in the first place. Is that, and like, you can't focus on what other people do at all, just because like when you try to emulate other people, you often try to replicate their essence, which is impossible. Right. Nobody's essence is replicable. You could try it, but it's always going to seem off a little bit. So what you do is you try to figure out how other people highlight their own essence, and then you take those methods of highlighting your essence and then you put that into yourself. So where I go, like, I really like the way this guy is really popular for doing something. Then I go, okay, so how is he doing this? And what about that applies to what I'm good at doing? That you could take that from somebody. You can always take methods and, you know, formulas.
And also worrying about things you can't control that drive you crazy. Let me see. You want to talk about like the news today?
Normal transition here.
Yeah, nigga, just hey, did you hear about that event that happened in America? Wasn't that outrageous? Yeah, let's talk about Diddy getting his home raided by Homeland Security. Let's pull that up. Let's just start there. Let's not natural transition to that.
And Homeland Security is like the top of the top, right? Like, I mean, of course they hired them.
For him, they're the top of the bottoms. But I think I think they might be like, you know, they're the terrorist people. You know, 9/11 happened. Yeah, that's Homeland Security.
All right, yeah. So Homeland Security raided his homes in L.A., New York, and Miami, and I guess they said just about some of the allegations. You know, it was some sex trafficking allegations. It was all types of stuff, but it's crazy that we're witnessing his fall.
Yeah. I mean,
but it also is crazy to see tanks come through for a nigga that just has orgies.
It kind of is one of them situations where like,
yo, that's fucking hilarious. They coming in with these big ass guns and he just got dildos. They said Diddy gonna walk himself out with his own handcuffs on.
That's funny. I was thinking like, the way they made it look, it was like they might have like a standoff where he like locks himself in the house and is like, I'm a myself or some shit like that, which he should at this point. But I feel like he's probably so used to choking himself that he can't die. Like at this point, he probably puts a fucking a noose around his neck and just comes insane. His most insane orgasm. What if he was like so freaky you could not yourself?
This nigga gonna try to OD or blue chew.
Like you try to take a bunch of sleeping pills, but then you just end up rubbing your nipples and getting hard. Yeah, that nigga got it. His like an evil mastermind. He gotta go. You see niggas saying no Diddy now instead of no homo. Yeah, I think that might be a little bit progressive. I think we should probably adopt that because no homo, although it makes perfect sense to use, it's slightly hurtful, you know.
They said Diddy's private jet has left the U.S.
That nigga could use echolocation. That fucking head, bro. I swear to God, just looking at him, I'm like, why would anybody trust this man with their ass? Money, that's the thing about money. You overlook shit you should not overlook. That nigga said, bad boy. That's freaky. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. you gotta catch the wording in these things. He didn't say that he didn't do the awful things.
So the biggest thing that I keep coming across is that, so the way that they raided his house, somebody was like, oh, they don't just raid your crib like that over like allegations.
No,
they're clearly looking for something. They send in the people like that because just like in drug raids, you can get your shit like people flushing shit, trying to get rid of dildos. The idea that he had Epstein style cameras throughout every part of his crib. Basically, they're trying to get those tapes to establish like a timeline, like you can see the start to the end.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's at least what I'm assuming. Because also fleeing the country on a bench warrant is kind of wild, bro. So which means they're clearly looking for something. Especially they hit all three of your cribs at the same time.
Right.
Yeah, that's they don't do shit like that and then throw away their whole investigation if they're like halfway done. They're like, oh, maybe we think this might turn into something, so let's just go through his properties and open ourselves to the craziest lawsuit ever. They know they're not getting sued because he has no legs to stand on.
Also,
you got a dick to stand on.
You can
because it's hard from fucking men. I don't know. I'm just being fucking homophobic at this point.
Also, like I said, you can see by the type of cop that they sent that they were expecting some sort of resistance. Yeah. So, Cash trying to delete shit or block off with, yeah, man. It's a brick, man, watching hip hop history go down.
No, that sucks. Imagine you raiding a crib and then fucking Usher start busting at you.
You know, my biggest concern would be is that like they bust in a crib and they open up a closet and like a little gimp runs out and he just like escapes.
They take the mask off.
Yeah,
it's Jim Jones.
This where Mim's been hiding.
Where the fuck has he been?
Yeah, bro. He was able to get low when you have a private jet to escape out the country quite lightly.
Yo, that was probably like a secret message, like get low, like look in a dungeon.
Yeah.
He's like trying to leave messages for the fucking investigators. Go in the dungeon. That's where all the shit is at. Get low.
Bro, either way, he skipped town, so,
Where did he go again?
It said that once again, this is fucking Twitter information. So it's alleged that he's heading to Cape Verde, which has no extradition treaty with the U.S. He went to the islands.
Yeah. It really is no downside to what he did in his mind then, because now he gets to just live on an island. He's avoiding all kind of consequences.
Right. That's what Russell.
Mm-hmm.
Russell Simmons. He in Bali.
Yeah,
Russell
and
Simmons.
he's been there for a good amount of time.
Yeah, he in Bali because there's no extradition.
What did they say he did? Some assault shit, right?
Yeah, he did some
creep
stuff.
shit.
Yeah, basically same stuff for early 90s.
Creep shit.
And he just been in Bali since.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, dog. Sometimes the bad guy wins. Like I know it sounds shitty, but it happens more often than you think. Yeah.
I think wanting to get away with some serious crimes is the type of motivation you need to get rich.
Agreed.
Yeah,
karma's
a myth. I don't know. Well, since we on the nasty stuff, you want to talk about the documentaries to get it all out the way?
I think it's a smooth transition on 90s 90s failings to the Freaknik doc.
No, actually the Freaknik doc wasn't that bad.
You watched the whole thing?
Yeah. The Freaknik doc, I say the first hour was pretty wholesome.
Okay.
Because it was basically just recapping how it started. And it started out of people that went to school in Atlanta. They didn't have money to go home during spring break. So they were just like, hey, we all here on campus. We might as well throw a party together.
No, I saw that part, and yeah, all that shit did seem kind of cool that they were just fucking having fun.
Yeah,
that was it.
And it just grew. It grew to be bigger and bigger. And it really didn't get too wild until Uncle Luke came through.
Fucking 2 Live Crew?
Yeah.
They fucked it up.
That's when it started getting wild. Like, where not just Uncle Luke, but more so just like any college party or when any Thanksgiving when a creepy uncle come around. I guess he got the perfect name.
I like how he's the first name in the cast, but the only name left off executive producer.
Yeah, you can't trust an uncle at Freaknik or at the dinner table. And that's what happened. It was all these college students having fun, but then you had the people that like weren't really college students, the guys that in their 30s or 40s looking for that escape.
Oh, those niggas in their 40s going down there. Ew.
It was yeah. Wow.
Ew. I never considered that. I thought it was all just wild 20-year-olds and shit probably. But no, that makes perfect sense because I didn't watch the whole thing Because I expected it to be just like super assault heavy, and I was like, I don't want to see that shit.
No, don't get me wrong. It was definitely some assaults going on. They didn't show it because of the platform
good.
it was on. It was on Hulu.
Yeah.
But that was a big part of it. And then also that it started to turn from this like wholesome gathering of young people just wanting to have fun to now you got people going down there just to get their sexual desires out.
Yeah, it's no, you can't ever really have anything for too long. It always ends up bad.
But this was definitely a better documentary than I expected. They did this really tasteful. At first, I was definitely turned off when I saw 21 Savage. I'm not even gonna lie, cause I'm like, what the fuck he know about Freaknik? He my age, but everything, like it made sense and they all tied it together really well.
Also made me want to go to Atlanta really bad. When's the last time you been to Atlanta?
Shit, right before the pandemic, I went February 2020.
Actually, you know what? I think I went like 2019.
Yeah, I definitely gotta go back. I think about it now. COVID was definitely all through that club with us. Definitely want to go back there, but
I regret getting the vaccine, man. I should not have got that shit.
How many times you get it?
I never got the boosters or nothing. I just got the first one.
I got the booster.
I honestly just figured like if there are gonna be side effects, let me just see firsthand, because you can't trust white people because they be on the internet shaking and bullshitting. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, let me see if I like turn into a lizard or something. Cause my mom got it. I'm like, my mom not gonna turn into a lizard, and I'm stay regular. We gonna be in this together, and I'm good now. But I regret getting it because it don't even matter.
I didn't watch The Quiet on the Set doc though. Did you watch any of that?
Nah, you gotta have money to watch those. It's on HBO. That is kind of like, I understand like that these stories need to be told, but that is kind of crazy where it's like you can hear all about this for $9.99.
I watched the first
selling
episode.
trauma. I don't like the selling of trauma definitely rubs me the wrong way.
And I'm with you. I 100% agree, and that's why I didn't watch it either, because it's like at what point are we? It's like it gets past the point where we're not trying to make people aware about it, but we're trying to monetize it. Because I remember the same thing happened with the Survivor R. Kelly documentary.
Oh,
right?
that was fucking shameless.
Where R. Kelly is like, we brought it to awareness. R. Kelly gets locked up, and now after the fact of him being locked up, y'all drop another Survivor R. Kelly. Like why is this getting the sequel? It's like, oh, because y'all saw the ratings on the first one, so we gonna try to like monetize this some more. So
yeah, if you making a documentary about sexual assault, y'all should not be selling T-shirts and bobbleheads and all types of merch. Just tell the stories for free. I mean, I guess maybe get the people paid.
But I mean, even with that,
he's just profiting off of these for sure. It's not just like we gonna reimburse you for your time. It's like, no, I'm gonna get paid first, and then y'all gonna get something like that.
Yeah, but I didn't really watch. I didn't watch this at all. I mean, I'm familiar with the stories. I knew. I mean, we talked about this before the doc even came out about Dan Schneider being a freak, knowing that the Nickelodeon logo was afoot. And
yeah. You ever think about how on Drake and Josh, he was always fucking somebody? Like, he always had a new chick every episode. Yeah. How the fuck did we not notice that? Like, isn't it weird for a show to be about teenagers making out and shit?
Right. And
that's gross as shit.
I really do.
That was my show though.
I know, it's like watching these shows, I feel bad. It's like, should we still be allowed to watch this content? Because now that we know what it was based on,
I don't think you would want to. I just described Drake and Josh, where I'm like, he's 16 or 17 making out with other like 16, 17-year-olds.
Yeah, I feel
it's nasty.
It's like watching episodes of iCarly is going to be like listening to the Chocolate Factory around the crib. It's like you still can, but you got to ask like company like, yo, y'all cool with this?
Yeah, like you remember on like all those TV shows when like the main character would have like a love interest for an episode, and the love interest would come on the screen, and then there'd be like a woo. Mm-hmm. And I'm just not thinking like when I was 12, a 15-year-old being attractive made sense, but I wasn't the only one watching that shit.
You know who I really do pray for too, man? Like I feel bad like for like Ariana Grande has been through a lot.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, niggas blew up her concert.
Right.
That shit is crazy. It's not funny. You think it's funny for her to go, everybody make some noise, and then they start screaming from being exploded? That's not funny. That's fucked up. Imagine you think everybody's super excited. Oh my God, they love me. And then you see an arm fly by you. It's traumatizing. You guys are immature. I don't think I feel safe in this work environment anymore.
No, but that's what I was gonna say. She had to go through like the feet thing.
Oh, yo, nigga, that shit was nasty.
Yeah.
Tell him about the feet thing.
Like just like him having her like describe different stuff. Like it was one episode where they had her sucking her own big toe.
Yo, I remember that shit. Oh fuck yeah, she was like 16 at the time or something, right?
Yeah.
And even if even if she was a 25-year-old playing a 16-year-old, that's probably worse.
But they had to do that, like, so her going through that to like the cool concert thing, her losing one of the the divorce, losing one of the loves of her life.
Was she a divorce? Who divorced her? She was married.
Yeah, so it's like she's really been through a lot, man. So I try to have grace when with a lot of child stars. Even like, remember when Justin Bieber was going through trouble?
Yeah.
And it's like, if I had all of that money, the amount of coke I would be doing every day is crazy.
Yeah, I mean Justin Bieber, he was one of them Diddy victims too. So he's on a whole other. All these people were victimized. Ariana Grande is like the Palestine of R&B singers. Like she got fucking. She don't sing R&B. She a pop star, but like she just got no type of luck.
I mean, it's a sick thing to think that in 1 week, Nickelodeon's been ruined, Bad Boy's been ruined. There's a bunch of sick motherfuckers coming out of the 90s, though. Like, think about that. Because they're making comparisons of Dan Snyder and what he did at Nickelodeon to Harvey Weinstein and what he did in Hollywood. And then they're correlating that with Diddy, what he did in hip-hop. And it just seems like my whole childhood was definitely sponsored by some nasties.
Yeah, and it makes me think now, you can't trust anybody that markets to children.
No, not at all. And it's also weird to want to be in that kind of like...
I don't trust anybody that markets to children.
You really can't trust...
Whether it be like...
You can't even trust teachers no more.
Music, YouTubers, like influencers. I don't trust people that's of a certain age marketing to people younger than them, because it's like you have so much more experience on that demographic, and it's like you kind of know how to market to them to a point where it's almost you know how to exploit them in their interests.
Yeah, it's like
it's
maybe
gross.
you're looking at everything differently. Like,
yeah, it's gross. The whole thing is gross. It really does like. Ugh.
Niggas that make like fucking Lego commercials, pediatric foot doctors. What's up with that? What's the deal with that? Why are you doing that specifically? Because now I feel like everything I enjoyed as a kid came at somebody's expense.
Mm-hmm. America.
And now kids these days got the same fucking problem, because all they watch is like, TikTok, and those motherfuckers are, getting exploited.
No, I don't know. I think the key difference is kids nowadays are voluntarily putting their asshole on the internet, opposed to back then where it was like taboo.
Yeah, back then it was your mom would put you in the auditions for you to show your booty, and then now kids
voluntarily
are doing it without their parents even knowing.
Oh, matter of fact.
How foul do you got to feel about your show, though, if you don't get called? You know what I'm saying? If he's inviting all the other A-line cast members in there and he goes, no, not you. You could stay.
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, I'd be glad. I'm like, thank God that didn't happen to me. But I'd be like smelling my armpits. Like, is it me? Like, that's dangers on. What the fuck?
What's wrong with my feet?
I knew I should have cut my toenails. That is the thing, though. Like, people that don't get harassed, like women don't like being harassed, but conventionally unattractive women do feel like they're missing out on not being harassed. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
What
you don't?
like,
are you saying that you would have childhood FOMO over it? Because I could see that too.
Yeah.
Like, why am I not talented enough to diddle? No, I get where you're coming from. There's got to be a reason behind it.
Yeah, like I'm on the slave auction block. If they like, yo, this one's big and strong and all that, you be like, wow, this is fucked up. But then they don't say anything good about you. They're like, this one can cook. And you're like, I can run, I can jump, I can toil.
I can toil.
I had another question. I meant to talk about this. We mentioned this a few episodes ago, but we really didn't go in deeper into the conversation. You had asked what was our favorite decade of music, but we never really went into the criteria, and I feel like that kind of depends on what we grading it off. Like, what's your favorite decade of rap?
Favorite decade of rap? The one we're currently in.
Okay. And How about you, Max?
Anyone that we're not currently.
Okay.
Well, you're
Music
not
now is
outside like
terrible.
that. Like you're not.
No, bro, I'll be outside. I hear what comes out of people's, headphones and cars.
Yeah,
and it's
but
trash.
but like it's like they. I understand that it's not the best, but I know that's what I'm living in.
But
So,
not even just.
like, I know like fucking some shit during '95 is like Illmatic. There's no equivalent of that to today probably, but.
Mhm.
I mean, I wasn't. That shit don't get played in the clubs. If a nigga played fucking New York State of Mind in the club, I'd take me and all my 7 girls that I came with and leave.
No, so for me, my favorite decade would be like around mid '90s to mid 2000s. So
Mid
I'll say like,
'90s to mid 2000s.
so I'll say if I had to give a year, I would say from like '97 and 2007.
See, I feel like that's disgusting because that was like the Snap generation, right? Wasn't it?
No, but even I guess it kind of was Snap, but 27, it was like right before the blog era. So,
What is this? Is this like what in the? I'm just curious. What in like 2005, 2006, 2007 appeals to you most?
Oh, in those years, a lot. Kanye and
Okay.
like 05, 05 to 07, you got
And I'm on board with
Kanye.
this.
You got Kanye. You got Jeezy. You got,
Jeezy, yeah.
You got
Gucci.
Game, T.I., Wayne. How can I forget Wayne? So I feel like that was a good era, but I feel like the criteria kind of changes
Underground shit was good too.
depending on
At that time.
what you want graded on. I feel like now might be the best time to be an artist, I would say.
The music isn't the best though. I agree with that, but I feel like
But
it's just like
The music, I say the
the
music.
technology is so good.
Yeah. And I feel like the technology is so good, it gives an artist a whole different level of creative freedom. Like right now, you could put out music whenever you want. Whereas before, for you to hear a freestyle or hear something new, you wouldn't know when we was getting a release date. You wouldn't know anything. Even shit. You ever listen to the radio? Well, you never tried to record a song off the radio with a cassette, have you?
I had LimeWire by the time I needed
Like,
to
you
do
remember that? Yeah, I remember waiting for like a song to come on and putting the cassette in and hurry up and press and record. Whereas now,
Siegel. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think you got. I don't know if it's my favorite, but I stand with you.
but also too now, I say it's probably the best time to be an artist because it's so many different lanes for you creatively. Where like in the '90s, well, I say up until a certain point, it just had to be gangster rap. Like you just had to be just a real street rapper, and then
Which sucks. But if you was a nigga with nails in your head, they be like, yo, you 30, get out of here. They wouldn't have had that shit back then. They was mad homophobic, but as a consequence of that, 30-year-old niggas wouldn't have been able to walk around with nails in their head.
we need some homophobia back in music to get rid of that. That's the thing, yo. You, bro, that nigga stinks. But that's what's cool because that's what's cool about being an artist now because it's a lane for a dickhead to walk around with nails in his head.
Yeah, I like there's an upside and a downside to it.
Teaser kind of reminds me of Cudi.
Yeah, all those like
Where-
singy like emo dudes are just Kid Cudi reincarnated.
Yeah. What's different about music now is that, like, not to say skill doesn't matter, but if you could connect with the people on a personal level, that's just as important. That actually might be more important than people actually like listening to your music. There's a lot of people that people want to support with you just because they fuck with the brand, whether they feel like they can relate to it.
No, you're absolutely right because the way advertising works is like brands. We like attach ourselves to a brand. Like we coincide with their ethos. So where it's like I fuck with Nike because I fuck what Nike means to me. So if I hear anything bad about them, I'm gonna ride with them for some reason because like that's a part of me. So like if somebody starts saying shit about Tizo Touchdown being 30 years old with nails in his head, I'm gonna be like fuck you because that's part of who I am.
Right.
Like that's how music advertising is like at its finest right now.
Yeah, because that's why like we have a whole generation of people. It's a whole generation of young kids that they feel like they connect with Kanye, and they don't even know Kanye when he made good music. They just know Kanye as somebody going through a like bipolar episodes, and that's all these kids do now.
Yeah, that's relatable because like we're all fucked up from fucking the drugs they was giving us and the fucking poor education and the overexposure to fucking screen time and shit.
Not to harp back on it, but going through this list of what like the highlight tracks. So we just checked out the 2007, 2005, and it was pretty much everyone you named. Lil Wayne having his high rise. So now that I threw it back to 97, and if you look at the top 40, it's really shitty. Once again, giving off the beginning of this conversation that 80% of these songs have P Diddy's name listed in the beginning, middle, or production credit. And that really makes you think about like just the extent of control they really had on hip hop. Yeah, look at these albums and everything. Yeah, Life After Death, that was all him.
Some mafia type shit. But I think
it's crazy. Life After Death actually came out today.
Ooh,
came out March 25th, March 25th, 1997.
Crazy.
Oh, it is the what is the 32nd? I don't even know how to count. Nigga,
Sure.
What the fuck did I just say? I say 32. Oh my god.
Wait, I know you're not looking at me for like math. That's like looking at me for like spelling answers.
What,
like,
Life After Death?
How many years?
Wait, you said Life After Death or Ready to Die?
No, Life After Death. Life After Death is, I guess this year will make it
27.
Yeah, 27.
No.
Yeah.
97 plus 20 is Jesus Christ.
17.
Plus 7 is 20, 24.
It's 24.
Bro, 2024?
You just put me on the spot and made me do that mental math. Yeah.
Yeah, and 3 more years will be the 30th
So 24 years ago. Oh my god, I don't know how to do nothing.
27. But yeah.
So is it the 27th anniversary of You Look So Good I'll Suck on Your Daddy's Dick, or was that Ready to Die?
That was Ready to Die.
Okay. My bad. But no, I think other than right now.
But you know when Biggie said that line, you know Diddy was like, yo, this nigga spitting. That's a bar.
This is freak off certified. 90, I think like 90. I'm probably give like 90.
That had to be scary as hell though.
2002 probably be the best.
Imagine you being mid freak off and a SWAT team just breaking a bedroom.
Yo, I really wonder how many people right now were in the middle of doing some wild shit and Homeland Security came in through the windows. Like that's fucking bugged out.
If I worked for Homeland Security, I would hope that that's when I get to bust into people's rooms.
I'd be mad hyped. I was like, what are we doing today? Oh, we're going through Diddy's crib? Oh, yeah, I'd be hyped as fuck.
Yeah, like I want people to be like fucking immobilized by the ankles and wrists while I bust in and go freeze. And they're like, because they got the apple in their mouth.
They're going to sex swing.
Yo, you guys have both seen Pulp Fiction, obviously, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I kind of picture. He's definitely got the ball gag, and some favorite celebrity is definitely has a ball gag in their mouth in like a second story basement.
You want to know something funny? The first time I saw Pulp Fiction I saw it on TV, and I was like, this movie is amazing. They cut out the scene with that, so I didn't even know that shit existed until I watched it on Netflix. And I was like, all right, I'm about to watch one of my favorite movies again, and then they bend fucking Bing Rang's over. But the happy ending is he does get retribution for it. But I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, how long was this in the movie? But I don't like that you said 97 because that leaves out Wu-Tang. That's why I disagree with it.
What are you talking about?
But
Wu-Tang is on this. 97.
Yeah,
Wu-Tang Forever is actually, it was on the most prominent list. Yeah, Wu-Tang Forever right there.
It came on 97.
But like we talking about
I know
Wu-Tang, like 36 Chambers, and then the solo albums.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you gotta have those. You gotta include those. Mm-hmm. And obviously there's like a bunch of other shit.
But there was some great music in 97.
Yeah, 90. That was the year I was born too.
But I feel like
Jesus.
I don't know. I guess not even just
any old ladies out there calculating whether or not this is legal. It is.
Did he drop close. No Way Out?
No Way Out. Oh my God, this nigga is just leaving clues like the fucking Hannibal Lecter.
But I feel like not even just with music. I think like now is the best time to be a creative in general though. Because I mean, you could really put your career in your own hands.
Yeah.
Whereas back then, even like what we doing, right? Like making a podcast. I'm sure this wasn't even a thought for our parents.
Yeah.
Or the older generation, or just getting out there and being able to having an outlet to try to like further your dreams. Or
I'm gonna give you pushback. Your pops is a DJ, isn't he?
Yeah.
The original form, brother. Everything just take time. Like I have to think about that. Like there was radio hosts.
No, but even like with
DJs.
my pop DJing, right? I remember him putting the crates in his car, like just crate by crate, and like having to move it all the down and like and break down all the equipment afterwards.
That is a lot.
And that that's how people used to get in the parties for free too.
Carry
like,
crates.
Yeah, like you have 4 of your homies with you. They come carry the crates. Now to get in the party, the DJ got 4 niggas carrying a laptop. They all sharing a corner. So
yeah,
technology.
And with DJs now, you can have like a boiler room set, and your career is like changed from that type of shit. They didn't really have that type of shit, like where you could just be on a fucking global stage.
No, not at all.
So like everything you can just put something out and find like your tribe immediately, which is great. And I think it pushes. I don't know if music is better. I'm not gonna say it's better, but it definitely has nowadays. It has the potential to be the best it's ever been, which is why I like it the most.
And it's more. I like it now, out of it being more freedom for the creative, and also being more lanes open for different types of creatives. Like before, it was just like you either, even during my like one of my favorite eras, like in the 90s, where it was like you was either street or you was like on your weird Tribe Called Quest. Where now it's like it's a spectrum of that, where you got hood backpackers, you got dudes in the street that's nerds. You got a wide variety of that.
Yeah, it's like if you could fucking play a flute, but you still selling crack, like that's like a whole type of person that you are, and that you could, influence. Like niggas that will watch fucking like Scott Pilgrim versus the World, but have also like murdered people.
Do you want to address the Sean King situation?
Yeah, what's up with Sean King? Sean King, newfound member of the nation. They call him Grifton, right?
Yeah. He's been dropped too by a lot of it because of it.
Yeah, he was doing a fundraiser where I think he was charging $1,000 a ticket.
Yep.
And the person that he had performing at this event was supposed to be Macklemore.
If anyone who gets the Muslim struggle and the Gaza Strip incident, it's Macklemore.
No, but that's the thing. You could try to hide a white man, but it slipped out. Like it slipped out. He was doing his best to slip through the cracks. And then they said, "All right, well, why don't you go ahead and book the music for us?"
Yo,
he didn't even do his nigga homework though, because nobody likes Macklemore, not even white people.
Yo, what do you think that pitch meeting's like? Fellas, Ramadan's coming. I think that we have a great proposal. The musical act, we have the money rented. They're like, who are you gonna get? I'm gonna get Macklemore. Like, how does anyone respond to that? Like, oh, all right. But he pocketed about $2 million before they put the cuts on him. I like that. There's now the war on Sean King. I'm glad that more people are getting active. But to get exposed during Ramadan, I hope the Muslim community tears your ass, bro.
I hope they blow him up.
It's one thing to pretend you black, bro. It's another thing to bring in somebody's whole fucking religion. That is a whole different game plan. That's charlatan shit. Like,
yeah, you might be. He's going from offending black people in America to the entire Muslim population of the world.
Bro, nothing would make me happier than tomorrow CNN has a breaking alert that ISIS has taken Sean King. That would be fucking phenomenal.
They take Sean
you guys
King.
Disagree? All right, whatever.
And then made him. They put a camera on him, and they like tied his hands behind his back. It was like, now recite the juicy lyrics. Or we gonna kill you.
Yo.
You gotta recite a couple scriptures from the Quran, and then the lyrics to Juicy, and then that exposes him and not Muslim and not black. No. I never really got to be around white people that would let the N-word fly as much as I wanted to be. I do want to be in those rooms. Like, if I know what's happening, I want to be able to be there. And like, because the thing, Max, I'm sure you understand this. If white people call us the N-word or even say it, we're allowed to them up immediately. When, like, anytime we want. Like, if somebody were to call me the N-word, I can hit the nigga with a.
You know what's funny is I also never have been around a group of whites who've said that word, but been around the reactionary whites that if they heard something that English, they'd be quicker to snap. Yeah. And that makes me like smile all the time,
That's good.
Yeah.
You're around good people.
I'm just okay. I mean, everything's relative, but what I'm saying is that's never flown in any circle that I've ever frequented. In fact, like I said, it's the complete. It's like, yo, what did that like? That's to certain of us flavored whites, I guess would be the best way to put it. Us biracial babies, like there are certain things that are taboo, and that's fucking one of them.
Yeah.
You don't say like, dude. To be honest with you, and because don't take this a certain type of way, but I know a lot of black culture and the darker skin culture that I am related to tend to let that word fly in jest. Like, they'll be saying something, they'll make an exaggeration, and it still till this day makes me cringe. Yeah. Like, and I say it to yeah. Like they'll say something like that, and I'll look at like one of my aunts and be like, "Yo."
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Where it's like even hearing it now, it's like when you hear a word, you echo it in your head. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I know that in your head you said.
No, but I don't.
It's cringy.
And that's it. And you don't want to say it.
No, I don't want to say it. But when I see somebody put parsley on the Hennessy wings, well, I have to let it fly.
Now I see somebody selling like a Ziploc bag with Hennessy and Capri Sun.
I'm gonna definitely call you a hard R for that.
See what makes me more mad at these are the kind of conversations I'm talking about.
See
where y'all just justify it, and I just go, nope.
Because you kind of just like
cringe up, yeah. I'm like,
we just get to.
You don't understand. I'm telling you,
because we can't get bank loans. This is the best we could get.
Boy, as soon as
that's fucked up. I can't get a bank loan, and I can't say the word. Like, there is no justice in this world.
No.
But when I'm out,
you can get a good empanada though.
If I'm out and I see like a grass wall, my lips just start to form. All right, we get into it. All right, before we get out of here, back as usual with another one, the Tubi movie of the week. This week we watched a movie called C.R.E.A.M. Nah, I wouldn't give this no applause. We watched C.R.E.A.M. You know what C.R.E.A.M stands for. Casual is everything around me. This one stars a Tubi favorites, I should say. It stars Crystal the Doll, Mina Monroe. Directed by another Tubi favorite, Dennis L. Reed II. We watched plenty of his movies.
Yeah, I want to interview with him so bad.
And bro, I'm telling you, we love them all. Listeners, I want y'all to know, before we talk about this movie, I do want to preface this by saying we love these people. This movie right here, though, I really didn't enjoy this.
No, not even the lesbian scene. I was over it by then. I was like, really? You think that's gonna make up for this movie?
Yeah,
it's not.
This movie. All right, so this movie is about a tough female detective, and she's caught trying to choose between following her heart, her past, and her badge.
I didn't get that at all. Like that didn't even come through in the script. I was like, she's caught between. She kind of. This shit didn't make no sense. Yeah, the character wasn't fleshed out.
And this movie it's only an hour and 19 minutes long, so by the length, I thought it would just be packed with action. Where this movie is more so like they just tried to give us softcore lesbian scenes to just make us forget that no, you actually need a story with the movie.
Yeah, and I know I said that the lesbian scenes are cool, but I feel like they're from a male perspective. I do not support lesbians being objectified that way. If you're gonna do a lesbian scene in a movie, they gotta have hairy coochies. That is the only way to make it progressive.
Yeah, they need hairy coochies. Wait, hold up, go back. I saw it.
Yeah, the whole point of this movie was like, what if a cop was
thick?
There. That's basically it. It's not really shit. What if a cop had a fat ass, but she also shot niggas?
Go back again. It was the one right above it. Yeah, this movie, most of the cast.
Pointing this out now. Bro, we look at some of these names on a weekly basis. A weekly fucking basis. Not to toot the horn, sound, pat selves on the back. Mm-hmm. There was nowhere near this many fucking headshots weeks ago.
Yeah.
Please tell me. That lets me know that you guys are listening. Thank you. We appreciate it as much as you should appreciate us. Because this did not look like this a month ago.
Yeah. Before, all these headshots were empty. Now it's only 2 people out of dozen?
It says Langston Hughes was in this movie. What the fuck is going on here? Is that a picture of the actual Langston Hughes? He's dead, bro. What the fuck is going on in this shit? I think it might just be a nigga named Langston Hughes, but they used a picture of the real Langston Hughes. I don't know. Have we ever appreciated the fact that Crystal the Doll is kind of a fire stage name? Like she could do anything. She could rap, do porn, do movies. She could fucking. I wouldn't read a book written by a doll, but she could do like
nails.
She could do all types of creative shit with that stage name, and it would all make so much sense. Like imagine I got a painting by Crystal the Doll. You'd be like, what?
But I do not want to see her act. Well, matter of fact, no. Let me take that back.
What?
I do not want to see her play a serious role again. It's just her. Like it's just honestly, I enjoy her work, but it's hard for me to like take a cop serious with a fat ass.
Yo, for even in real life where they like, where you going? I'm like, anywhere you want to go, I'll go.
Right? Yeah.
I'm not scared right now.
Don't put them cuffs on me. I'm trying to commit a crime. So I could do some years with you, man.
Yeah, like I always say this, like TSA agents with the fat ass, where they yelling at you, you know, take your shoes off and all that shit. But I'll take all this shit off. Right in front of all these old Brazilian women.
Yeah, so this movie.
Right in front of this Chinese lady in a wheelchair.
Do you want
to pop the TSA lady?
So this movie says this movie had a budget of about 90,000.
Damn, I thought not for 9,000. I was about to like, oh, that's not bad, but 90,000. Well, 90,000 isn't a lot because you think you got to pay the cast and crew, you got to get camera. There was good camera work, good editing, good music, direction, supervision, whatever.
Somehow you peep the tags that are on IMDb.
Sex scene, lesbian sex robbery. Yo, the priorities are very clear with the Tubi movies.
Bro, this movie is an hour and 19 minutes long, and I swear like 40 of it was just lesbian sex scenes.
Listen, I again, I'm not saying that it's gross. You know, I'm not the guy. I'm not gonna rail against pornography or anything. I'm a cool guy. You know, I'm a cool guy. Pornography is cool. Everybody does it now. But you can't objectify lesbians like that. That's not cool. And I put a mustache and some coochie hair on them and make it feministic.
And I thought it was going to be good when it started. Like, I'm going to play this one scene where Crystal the Doll, she's a detective, but she's undercover trying to handle this drug deal.
Also, her ass is fat as fuck. That's part of the story. Her ass is basically a character in the movie. How do you feel about that? Do you think the acting was good?
I mean, she did make a point about like the gangsters incriminating themselves, but it's like if you know he follow all the dope boys, why are you fucking with him? Just go get them.
I think. There was a sex
I forgot about that.
movie. I didn't even notice. There's a bunch of shit I didn't really notice. Huh?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Early in the movie, there is the one sex scene where he's having sex and there's other homies in a room on the Oculus.
Yeah, what are they trying to even sell at this point? I don't even know. Like, pick a fucking point.
That's where all the budget went to. The Oculus.
They're spending money on video games and condoms. A whole budget. I'm just kidding. They don't use condoms. The scene actually, like, I kind of was there with her as a cop. Like, I feel like I didn't hate her performance as a cop here.
No, but I hated. This is what pissed me off right here. At about 27 minutes into the movie, where she's having this conversation with, I guess, the captain of the police department. Mm-hmm. But you could tell where they're at. You know, other movies where we watch, they were actually in the office. Where in this movie, you could tell they just in a spare room or somebody's bedroom.
Yeah, this is just like somebody's fucking library. In their house.
I really did want us to step outside of our usual lane with the movies, and I wanted to really see her lead and be something different. But she might have to just strip.
Yeah, I thought I thought. Like, okay, it's obviously about like drugs and guns and shit, but it's from the perspective of her being a cop. You know, she gets a little bit different elements, I guess, but no, she just she has two types of movies that she does: makeup or no makeup. This is a no makeup Crystal Doll movie. The makeup ones, she's stripping or she like doing something sexually, and the no makeup ones, she is like a cop or like a boss of some kind, or the one where she's like a drug addict. That was a no makeup movie.
That's the range.
Yes. She has two headshots, one with makeup, one without makeup. That's how she books movies.
Oh man, this one I really don't have many lines to play from this.
I'm disappointed in her.
Yeah, it was
Short queen.
It was
expected more.
It was no quotables in this really. The story, all the sex scenes just kind of took it away from me.
I am kind of like, after seeing her walk around in a flannel and some like beanies and shit, I'm like, yo, is that really how these joints be built under all the
right
underneath the fucking Jordan shorts? Okay, I'm about to start hanging in some lesbian clubs. We get beat up a couple times, but I might be able to find one that still kind of likes men.
They getting hit back. Oh shit. No,
that'd be funny as fuck. Like a video of me fucking a lesbian with a black eye. I got the black eye.
If you looking for something quick to watch on Tubi, only an hour and 19 minutes long, check out C.R.E.A.M starring Crystal the Doll. Don't
watch this shit, yo. A lot of these movies are like not great, but they're worth watching. This one,
I mean, but Crystal the Doll is a great actor, and Dennis L. Reed is a great director. This just isn't our favorite work from them, just because I feel like the sex overshadows the story throughout this movie.
Yeah, and I like, again, porn is cool. All the kids are doing it. But I don't need it in every fucking movie. Like, there's literally whole websites for porn. What do you think y'all gonna give me that I ain't never seen before? This video is a nigga's fucking stepsister in a washing machine. Y'all cannot top this shit with your softcore.
Oh, but one thing too, I did like to see is that they're in a whole different city. They was in Charlotte in this one.
Charlotte. Oh shit. Okay, North Carolina.
Yeah. So they
foreshadowing. Now you're going to Charlotte. Who would have put those together? Life is crazy like that.
They tried to throw a little plot twist at the end. But I just can't take her serious. Look, even with her right there, they got them baggy ass pants on, trying to hide that BBL.
I really am about to start hollering at more lesbians, yo. Like, you gotta think past the hoodie and the jeans. And like, I know this in my mind already from dealing with straight women, but I be thinking like, lesbian is a thing of the past. Everybody's like, bye now.
Bro, what movie were we watching where she said that? Or maybe it was Hoochie Daddies, where she was just like, yeah, the only people who hit on me is lesbians and dudes from New York who can look past the hoodie and everything. See that, like, hey, what's up, ma? How you doing? And it's true. 'Cause I know some bad lesbians that they be like, oh, nah, she's full AG. Like, nah, she's got a bag of hoodie on. She's pretty.
Don't judge a book by his hoodie and his jeans. Judge the character within.
Yeah.
Judge the ass. Don't judge the clothes.
Never judge a woman by her strap.
Don't judge a woman by the color of her dildo. Judge her by the size of her dildo.
Yo, I heard when women when they get out of relationships, they gotta get a new strap.
Yeah, they gotta get a new dick. I wish I could get a new dick. Not even just like, I would get the same size. Like, I'm cool with that, and the color is cool. But it's just like, it's the same dick I done fuck some people I don't like with. You feel me?
I wish I could throw it away.
Yeah, I wish I could just like, I don't know, buff it out, polish it.
Get it detailed.
Yeah. Like, can you take some bodies off of this?
I wish like I had that like that gun the mechanics had to like rewind some of the miles on it.
Yeah. Yeah, like fucking in Matilda. My dick facts report is not great. Hi, I'm the Dick Fox. I'm here to tell you about dickfacts.com. Dick Fox, how many accidents this one been in? Yeah. This one was in a Brownsville accident. This one was in a South Bronx accident. This dick was in a 3-car pileup.
Why does this dick keep running into tanks?
This dick make a weird ass noise when it start up. But once it get going, the noise go away. So it's okay. But when you first dealing with it, it's annoying. The dick go I'm a fucking child, dog. I need to grow the fuck up. I really do. I'm a fucking child.
Oh shit! You gotta shake this dick to the side. You gotta know how to start it. It got a weird jingle to it. Oh shit!
It turns weird. It don't turn that well no more. I hear my balls aligned.
You mature.
You got any more or no? I think I'm out of shit.
Oh shit! Yeah, man, this has been a good one. You got anything to plug before we get out of here?
I don't have anything to plug, but I would like to give a rest in peace real quick. Just a moment of silence. Dear friend of the comedy community. Moment of silence real quick. Jay Agbon passed away. And he has a special on YouTube. So I would appreciate if you're listening to this and you're a fan of comedy, you check out his YouTube special. It's free. It's dope. He was a cool ass nigga. And you know, it really sucks when shit like this happens in the comedy community because we're like, this shit really do like feel like a family when you in the shit.
What was the
and
name?
It's always Jay Agbon.
No, what's the name of the comedy special?
Responsible Child.
Okay, yeah, check out that comedy special, Responsible Child.
Last name is spelled Agbon. It's a cool special too. Like,
damn, just came out a month ago.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, these specials might not mean much to people anymore because there's so many of them. But like, especially the first one, it's the culmination of like your fucking life's work. Because as far as comedy goes, like, this shit is like your life's work. Like, everything you've ever said, ever thought was funny, ever thought, that shit goes into your jokes, especially your first like hour and shit. So that shit means a lot to comics. So yeah, again, Jay Agbon, Responsible Child. Stream it, watch it, whatever the fuck they call it. Good nigga. Rest in peace.
And I add that shit, I'm gonna add that to the description too. Run them streams up for that special. Yeah, make sure y'all support that special. And we thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of us, man. Just we appreciate the support. Definitely keep spreading the word, man. We so proud of this, and we can't do this without y'all. So we definitely appreciate all the love and support, the feedback we getting. But yeah, man, it's been a good one. I'm Anthony Moore.
I'm Asante Morris, and I'm hungry.
And I'm Maxwell.
And we out of here.